What's going on, world out there? So, hey, Chris Jenkins, Charlotte Vibe, credential media member that covers the Carolina Panthers. Checking in with you guys because you know what? I haven't done many live videos, if any, since being over in London. It's a little late, later than I like to do these videos, but I felt so much love from being in London and all the reporting that I did for you. Again, I want to thank everybody for their support during that time. So I said, let me check in, make sure I keep up with my consistency of giving you guys a report about the Carolina Panthers as they prepare to take on the San Francisco 49ers. I will be at that game out west. Your boy getting a little fatigued with the travels, but I got if I'm going to be a man of the people, I got to be a man of the people and travel with the team to continue to do what I do. Which, by the way, a lot of people had asked me about Ian Thomas. So I asked Ron Rivera about Ian Thomas the other day. So if you haven't looked at my video, go back, check out that Ian Thomas video. And again, I work for you guys. My goal is to be the most reliable source for fans being connected to players. Meaning if you got a question for a player or a coach, let me know. Leave it in the comments in case you did not make the live broadcast, and I'll get it to you. Which, by the way, let me go ahead and quickly plug this. Trying to get to 4,000 subscribers, and I only need like 50 more. Trust me, I'll appreciate it. You enjoy the content, so subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And if you are already subscribed, go ahead and hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps other people find out about me, so I would appreciate it if you took the time and did that. So, without further ado, today is Wednesday, October the 23rd. Carolina Panthers are preparing to take on the San Francisco 49ers in what will be a very, very tough matchup for this team. But I've said it before, with this defense playing like it is, offense is great. But with this defense playing like it is as well, complementing that offense, I feel like any given Sunday that we can compete and play with the best of them. So I'm not ready to say who I'm going to predict wins, but I'm looking forward to that game. I think it'll be a pretty good one. Let's, as you saw in the title, Cam Newton, injury update. So we're going to go through the injury updates. Hey, Charles, first one here. Yeah, you might not be the first one here, Charles, but you're the first one to speak up. So I appreciate you chiming in and saying what's up. I do normally give some shout outs. I haven't had too many people say anything yet. So I'm just going to get into it because, to be honest with you, I got to go to bed. Got to be at the stadium tomorrow. Excuse me. So let me go over this injury report for you all to give you the latest. And quick note, if you're watching on Twitter or Periscope, if you just like to watch and listen, you're in a good place. Stay where you are. But if you want to give comments and have me talk back to you, I'm always going to recommend that you go over to YouTube because those are the comments that I'm watching the most. So a little tip there. What's up, B. Evans? Always signing in. Alexander Bryson, what's up with you? So let's go over this injury report because it's one that we need to go over. And normally I have a screen where it blacks out everything, but I ain't had time to do that. So I'm like in the middle of there. But there's your injury report. So I'm going to go over this for you guys right now. Did not participate in practice. Brian Burns, who actually had a procedure on his wrist. And it was kind of weird when Ron Rivera was talking about it. You couldn't tell if Ron appreciated Brian Burns talking with the media about it, but he had a procedure during the bye week. Optimistic that he'll be able to return and play on Sunday. Dennis Daly, tackle. Greg Little with that concussion. Man, I said it before. Greg Little's concussion is concerning to me because he came back and then he went out. He's been gone for a minute. What's up, David Randolph? Christian Miller with the ankle and Cam Newton with the foot. And I'm going to let you guys hear a little bit more about Cam Newton here in a second. What's up, Alton Moore? Appreciate you tuning in. By the way, real quick, donations, contributions, GoFundMe. Do that if you have to. Oh, and also, if you're just now watching, you might notice that sometimes you'll see this encouraging you to subscribe because this video is only going to be up for 24 hours. That is the case with this video because I am going to be showing you guys some, let me take this off. I am going to be showing you all some content from the players. So it's only going to be up for 24 hours. So yeah, please remember to subscribe because the content won't be here in a couple days. So let me get back to this list. Excuse me, I got a hiccup and a burp. Jerry McCoy was limited. Shaq Thompson was back after missing some time with his mom that passed away. All right, 4 participants in practice. Mario Addison, Dante Jackson, which is a very, very, very positive thing. I think he was out for about 3 weeks. Tyler Lawson, Greg Olson, Eric Reid, and Trey Turner. Those guys were all full participants in practice. Well, yeah, live TV, I can't stop. I got the hiccups. I don't know why. What's good, Baritone 1.0? Man, I got the hiccups. Y'all just gonna have to bear with me because it's live. I don't want to pause the video. Hopefully they will go away. And another quick programming note. Wow, hiccups. Player interviews is something that you guys love, and a lot of where my followers came from is when I did sit down and do these one-on-one interviews with players, and then do a little something fun at the end. That is scheduled to start extremely soon. Extremely soon. This is the longest that I've gone all season without doing those interviews with players. But if you guys know all this new live content, these lights and all these graphics, I really, 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 really wanted to get that solid in place before I started bringing players on the show, because that would be just too much for me to handle if that messed up. So finally, player interviews will be coming. I got a lot of guys that have agreed to it. Gonna have fun coming up. So let me get back into this. So I talked about Cam Newton and his injury. You know, he's on the injury report, of course. He's been back at practice, been doing some stuff warming up. And I had somebody ask me the other day about why does Ron Rivera even do press conferences, because they feel like he hates him. And I don't feel like he hates him, but I do feel like there's certain questions that he hates. And if you've been watching, you should know that it's talking about injuries. Years back, he felt like he got bit by it, and he just absolutely refuses to talk about it much. So let me play this clip, and Ron Rivera talking about Cam Newton and how he's been recovering and progressing. I could drink anything, but I didn't prepare ahead of time. I don't have anything here, so I'm gonna try to change my voice a little bit so that you guys don't hear. But nevertheless, here's Coach Ron Rivera talking about. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes I haven't been at home to do the home studio in a second. So sometimes I forget to turn the button back on. But I got great people like you guys who be like, "Hey, idiot, turn the sound back on," and I have to turn the sound back on. And now you can hear me once again. So yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, the sound's back. The sound's back. Eric Reid used to play for the San Francisco 49ers, and he will be having a rematch. You know, players get a lot of attention when they're about to go up against their former team, especially a guy like Eric Reid, because you can just, whether you like him or not, one thing that you can know about this guy is that he'll hold a he'll hold a grudge. It might be not the right word, but you know what I mean. He if he doesn't like you, he's gonna make it known that he doesn't like you. So let me play some of the interview in which Eric Reid had, in which he was talking about returning back to San Francisco.
I remember they released Navarro Bowman, who led the NFL in tackles the year before, and asked me to play his position. So that'll be on my mind when I get there.
You bitter about with them?
Bitter? I wouldn't call it bitter. I just don't forget.
All right, so there you go. That was Eric Reid talking about returning to San Francisco. And I think I did not properly play the audio for Ron Rivera. So I apologize. Let me backtrack. I'm going to play the Ron Rivera audio video one more time. If I already played it and you heard it, I'm sorry, but it's live, so I don't know. So I'm just going to play back the clip where Ron Rivera is responding to the progress of Cam Newton as he recovers and goes through his rehab.
The other thing too, and a lot of us forget, is that, you know, we didn't get Bruce Irvin back on the field till the third week as well. So having those group of
You know, once you mess up, sometimes you just keep messing up, right? So that was not the right audio, but at least you guys know it's live TV. You know it's been a minute, so let me now properly play the Ron Rivera comment on Cam and his progress as he recovers from his injury. And one thing you guys got to give me credit for is I'm staying cool. I'm not panicking. I was able to dial it back up and play it for you right now. So here we go.
You mentioned in the past how with a lot of these guys coming back from injury, it's how they respond the next day after. How is Cam responding to a little more extensive work yesterday?
so far so good.
And was today another step in the progress and continue to ramp up that exercise?
Yep.
So there you go. You heard it that time as Ron Rivera didn't want to give too much information about Cam. Like I said, he got bit by saying information years ago, and now he's extremely reluctant to talk about the progression of guys as they're recovering from an injury or discuss what they had when they did have an injury. So appreciate you guys bearing with me through a few of these mistakes. I hope that doesn't take away from those subscribers that were thinking about hitting that button. Just know that your boy has just not been behind this desk in a minute, and I wasn't fluid with the controls, but I got it all to you if you stay with me. So last thing I'm going to leave you with, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, especially if you're watching the rebroadcast, because you weren't able to ask me any questions live. Leave those comments. I will go into those comments and get those questions answered and addressed for y'all. I pinky promise you that I will. And also, if you see me out, please be sure to speak. I love all you guys that support me, and I like to meet you all. I know tonight I was out, and someone spoke to me and said, hey, I recognize you. So I will never get mad at you saying, hey, I recognize that. If you held up 20 minutes of my time, I might get a little mad at you. But other than that, like, please speak to me no matter when you see me to say hello, all right? Let me go through a few more of these things. It's all good, bro, man. Keep posting. I appreciate it. I'm just going to be real with y'all when I mess up sometimes. And some people are like, you need to get some help. Man, I wish I did have some help, but do you have any idea how much all this stuff costs? So, you know, obviously I'm an independent media guy. There will be some hiccups, but I appreciate everybody that tunes in and sticks with me through some of those things. Last but not least, our defense has been playing pretty good, right? And Ron Rivera was asked about this defense gelling today and how they continue to come together. So let me go ahead and play that clip. And again, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because I can only have this video up for 24 hours because I am playing player and coach interviews. So here's Ron Rivera.
The guys getting an opportunity to gel, to work together, get a comfort level with one another. I think that's really been really good. I think also for us as coaches, figuring out how to use them, what the combinations of players out on the field is, and how that affects the opponent. I mean, it's the same thing with the 49ers front. I mean, you look at those guys and they're rolling that group of guys through. You never really know which combination you're going to get, but you've got to be prepared for all of them. So, you know, we've had to talk about the different skill sets of the guys that, you know, our offensive line will face, and hopefully they're doing the same thing and preparing for all of our guys.
All right, so there you go, Ron Rivera talking about this defense. And, you know, he's talked about the guys have gelled, the players have gelled, but not only have the players gelled, which has helped this team to become pretty good on the defensive side, but the coaches are now much more in sync about how to use all these guys, what combinations can be used in what scenario. B. Evans, B. Evans came through with the $9.99 super chat donation. So, hey, I appreciate that. I hadn't talked about it that much lately, but I will periodically talk about the money that I'm trying to raise. There's a GoFundMe account. I'm also going to start doing some t-shirts because I want to find a way to give people something physical for their donations. But I appreciate it much, B. Evans. Much, much appreciation. Rivera was talking about how the coaches now know what combinations to pull. And, you know, we're all excited about all these moving pieces and all these defensive acquisitions. And even the fact that we played two different schemes on defense, 4-3-3-4, and now it's like they have more experience running that defense. They know who their personnel is. They can see something on the offense, and they know they need to exploit it, and they know, hey, send in this patch. So that's what they're doing, and this defense is really, really playing incredible, giving us a chance to win any given Sunday. So I appreciate it. And again, I will be traveling with the team as much as I can. I already have my plans to travel out to San Francisco. So you know it, an hour and a half before the game, I'm going to go live from San Francisco, letting you know the inactives for the day and letting you know any other breaking news. So subscribe and follow. What's up, Hydro Life? Appreciate you saying what's up. So if anybody else wants to do super chats, please do so. I do have GoFundMe links that I'll put in this video. It's not right there now, but if you're watching this recorded, that'll be there for anybody that wants to support and can support because I need it and I appreciate it. Let me read a few comments here before I get off. Cameron Baptist, I hope Cam's back by week 9 and the Saints lose the next 3 games so we be able to grab first in the NFC South. I hear the optimism. I appreciate the optimism. I don't know if those Saints are going to lose 3 in a row. They've been winning all these games with Drew Brees being out. Drew is set to come back. He's wanting to come back this weekend. So you got to think with him coming back, they're only going to continue to get better. I mean, he's an elite, crazy good quarterback. So with Drew coming back, I wouldn't count on 3 in a row. But for the Panthers, what you can count on is them being able to compete for that NFC South top spot by beating the Saints themselves or continue to win and just being able to get a wild card berth in the NFC South. So those are some other things to look forward to. Altamore, appreciate you. I appreciate you. Cameron Baptist, hopefully I said your name correct. I appreciate you well. So, hey, I appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching. I will be in the locker room tomorrow bringing you another report. So that'll be a recorded report. But just, again, subscribe, hit the bell notifications. Like if you've already liked. That helps people find out about me. Hey, leave your comments. Seriously, if you need to know something about this team, you haven't heard any other media answer those questions for you, let me know. Put it in the comments. I like to say man of the people. But the only way I can keep that title is to be a man of my word and get stuff answered for you. So do that and let me know. Let me get to this last question from Hydro because I don't think you've asked any questions tonight. So I'm going to address this and sign off. Do you think if Allen wins versus the 49ers, that Cam will be set until Allen starts losing, or do you think he has a shot of coming straight out and being a starter? My feeling is that Allen is going to play until Cam Newton is absolutely 100% and has had a chance to get in some practice with these guys. Look at it, Cam has had mixed practice with these starters through OTAs and through minicamp because he was, recovering. Now he's been out for a number of weeks. So with Cam not being the most accurate guy that there has been, just talking facts, you want to give him some time to gel back with these guys and get his time. It doesn't say he needs to do weeks. He might only need a week of that going with the ones, but he needs to have time. So bottom line, Allen's going to start till Cam Newton can absolutely come back and have some sync with those players. And Cam deserves that opportunity to come back. But when he does come back, he will be on a short leash, and Kyle will be ready to go back in there. That's my take on that. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you shortly. Have a good one. Don't know which button to hit, right? Here we go. I don't know how to stop my live